All right, I wanted to do another recording of a game. I actually didn't realize this is a game that I played with you um, until I saw this loading screen. Cool. This is the game that you ended up going 907, which is very very good. Okay, so I do want to see what does happen because you did go 907. Oh, this is where I think the invade happens. You get the first blood. And you come to lane with an extra Dark Seal. Actually, I think at this point, I think I asked you, I was like, hey, how come you didn't get an extra health pot? I forgot what you said, but you should always get a health pot here because the reason that you should always get a health pot here is that when you have, well, if you get Dark Seal, if you have both players here are starting with 500 gold, right? But then when you get first blood and when you only spend 350 of it, you're kind of like cutting a percentage of your power. Just because the gold disparity is 850 to 500, and so 850 divided by 500, okay, is 1.7. So you have 170. You're using 170% of the gold that Vladimir has, right? Because you have more gold than him, so you're using 170% ratio. But then 900 divided by 500, okay, is 180%. So you're kind of nerfing yourself by 10% in terms of your gold efficiency, just because like, yeah, it's only 50 gold, but at this early in the game, before minions even come out, 50 gold is a significant deal because it's 10% more gold power, right? Purchasing power or whatnot. Okay, so you always want that extra health pot here, especially because you even went Dark Seal, so it's like your health potions are going to be worth more than Vladimir's will, and it's just going to give you more ability to sustain and more ability to trade with him. Especially because he does have two Dorans, or Dorans and two pots, but I don't think we saw that. Okay, cool. You got into lane. I like that. I like how you just walked up and you autoed him. But I would have thrown a Q at him also. Okay, so it's the same shit that I mean, but this game happened before the other Vlad game. Okay, so it's very same thing is going on here. Okay, and that is the following. You have an item advantage. You're 170% more gold efficient than Vladimir is at the time because you spend 170% of the gold that Vladimir has. Yet you are not queuing this. Okay, at least for one queue over there. That way you can at least threaten. Yeah. If you threw one queue earlier, you threaten Vlad like, oh, because now these minions would already be dead. Vlad has 1, 2, 3 minions behind. Okay, now he's 2 minions behind. 1 minion behind. Okay. And boom, there's your level 2. Okay. In fact, this is actually incorrect. Normally you have to go for these minions. You hit level 2 off the spellcaster because you got the first blood EXP from Evelyn. Normally that doesn't hit you level 2, okay? Normally it does not. You had to be going for this guy. Okay, so if we're presuming that we don't hit level 2 off the spellcaster, technically Vladimir hits level 2 before you do. But small detail. Okay, so Vladimir, for whatever goddamn reason, went E. You have Charm. See, and in that spot right there, that tight spot, Okay, so now you're pushing a wave. Okay, all his minions are unhealthy. So he definitely won't be able to fight you because his minions are unhealthy and you have a lot more minions. And yet you're walking away from him. Look at this. Why? Vladimir should never be able to auto-vis without any pressure. Like, oh god. And the fact that that you can just let Vladimir walk up to this without you even auto-attacking him? Yeah, sure, you don't want to get poked down by his Q, but who the hell cares? You have 2 health pods. You should really have 3 health pods. But who the hell cares, right? Look at your AP. You have 45 and he has freaking 26. Okay, you have Dark Seal and Doran's Ring. And yet you're just like chilling here with him. But at that point, right here, when you when this minion was cleared, so let me come back here. Posture yourself this way. When you stand this way, Vladimir cannot auto you because if he autos you, you throw E fucking Q at him. Okay, so he can never auto you. Okay, if you just walk up this way, when you walk up this way, you auto vis, you auto vis, you auto vat. And now you're over here. Now remember that you're not supposed to fire that Q there. You should have been autoing those guys down. Okay, and why are you in melee range of last hitting? If you're melee range of last hitting as a ranged champion, you're doing something wrong with your posturing, with where you are positioned in the lane. Okay, so I'm arguing that you should have been in this vicinity here by now. Okay, if you're over here, you could have autoed there, and then you could have walked this way. And if you're at where the spellcaster is, right? Imagine Ahri is right over here. Now Vladimir cannot last hit this because you are in range to EQ him to send a big fat load of damage on his ass. Okay, so you auto attack there, and you auto attack there, and then you auto attack there. It's like, if you're gonna auto there, why are you not walking up this way like beforehand? You know, you're just what's the word? I don't want to say freedom, but you're making it too easy on this guy. Okay, you as Ahri, you have the item advantage. Okay, and remember, when the lower the levels you are, the more important your items are, or your item disparity, because you guys don't have fighting stats. Your level is low. You guys only have 2 abilities, right? Auto attacks are weak, so because you only have 2 abilities, right? Look at this. What am I trying to look for? 0.6. That's a scaling on that, and your scaling looks like it's about 0.3, which is 0.6 because of the return back. So you guys have the same amount of so what if it's 0.6, your Q does 12 more damage than it should be. Yeah, so you're just stronger than he is, but you're not like posture yourself forward. Be here. EQ this fucker when he walks up. Remember, Vladimir is a hyper carry champion. And you're just giving him the time of day to do whatever the hell he wants here. Now this lane it gets hard because now he has pull. So any significant lead that you've had is now totally nullified because he's completely healthy. He has his pull, he has his sums, right? He has flash, he has ghost. You know, there's just nothing here for him, or for you at least. That's good. That's so good. Oh my gosh, that's such a power play right there. Such a power play. Okay, it was a good idea with the charm there, at least. Unfortunately, the minion got in the way. Look at this. You throw your Q at him because you know you can. and then you throw your W at him, and then you auto attack. And the charm. It's a good try with the charm. But you see what happened? Like you threw your spells, okay? So like in the previous situation where we were level 2 and I was telling you, advocating that you should be here when Vladimir's here, you can take this type of trade anytime of the day you want. He's never going to fire back at you. Because you know what he's going to do to fire back? He's going to press his E. But if he presses his E, he's going to slow himself down, and plus he loses some HP, right? 8%, 8% of his max HP, right? If he wants to charge it all the way. So it's never going to be a powerful, like... So he's never going to charge that all the way, right? Because he loses too much HP. And even if he does charge out away, he loses that trade. Okay, level 2 at least. So over here, he's never going to E at you. He doesn't have the range to Q you. And if he is at range of Qing you, then he's definitely at range of being charmed by you. Okay, but you just don't over in this situation, you're just not. Actually, it was before that. But over here, this is happening again, where you're so far away. Look at it. He's got this minion's gonna die. This minion will die. So he only has really 2 minions here. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 healthy ones. And so it's like, why are you standing so back? Just walk up to him. What are you scared of? Are you scared of Evelyn? Because you know Evelyn doesn't have flash. You guys saw it at the very start when you guys killed Evelyn. She doesn't have flash. Okay. Sorry, this is, I think, was it here? This is the spot I was talking about, where you just have to walk up to him here. Like, yeah, he has his empowered Q, but you're level 2. What the fuck is he gonna do now? Or especially now, because he doesn't even have his empowered Q, so he doesn't even win any trade with you. So you just walk up to him, like oh man. That you shouldn't be firing the Q on the minions like that. You can just auto it, because it accomplishes the same thing. And instead, you could like just walk forward while this is why I was saying you should be where the spellcaster is. And then you can throw your EQ at him, and he can't return fire at all. And because you outrange him, okay, after you throw your EQ and proc electrocute, you just walk away, because you outrange him with that. He's slowed. He can't catch up to you. Plus, you guys had the same movement speed at 330. So unless he wants to flash or ghost to return fire, then that's the only way that he could trade back with you there. But it's like, obviously, if you're Vladimir, you're never gonna fucking ghost or flash for that. So it's like, you win every trade at level 2, but the way that you posture and position yourself, you're showing Vladimir that you have no intent on actually trading with him at level 2. So then if you have no intent to trade with him at level 2, right? And if you have no intent to poke him, because you're clearly not poking him, then the only thing you have is your CS, and 10 out of 12 is pretty good though. So your farming is good, but it's like, yeah, your farming is good, but right now you're just playing a fucking Farmville simulation where you're just farming. You're not doing anything with your farm. You're not exerting any pressure on him. And mind you, you have the extra stats here. You know what I see in this type of situation? Okay? I don't want to offend you, so I'm not gonna, like, don't take it that way, but objectively, you are wasting that first blood. Okay? Because you have first blood before the lane comes, and then when the lane comes, when you're 170% stronger, than you should be with the gold efficiency, you are not using that early lead aggression to dominate him. Okay. And I really like these autos, but you could have done that at any time in the lane. He's never gonna trade back with you there. You get what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at this again. Look at this. Oh wait, you already did your autos. Okay. Okay, so there's the first auto. Does he trade with you? No, because the moment he walks up to press auto or Q you could charm Q, but even if you don't charm in Q, these minions will start fucking him up. But you could have accomplished that when we were over here. Right? We could accomplish that when we were over here, when you had your minions pushing. And if you walked forward, you actually had very real charm pressure on him. Okay, so if he doesn't auto you here, he was never gonna auto you there. But so I really like how you're walking up to him to auto attack him, because you're signaling to Vladimir that you, Ahri, can auto Vladimir, and he can't do anything about it. Okay, so he can't do anything about that. But for whatever reason, your rationale that says that you, or whatever reason that goes on in your head that says, oh, I could auto attack Vladimir 3 times here. For some reason, that rationale wasn't present when like you were over here, the earlier laning phase, right? The second wave, when it should have been. It should have been there at level 1 even, because you have item advantage. So I really like this a lot, but what I'm saying is you could have been doing this way before. Okay. Could have been doing that way before. But your farm is so good. Like, yeah, it's 10, but then, oh well, okay, I say that and now you miss. Sorry, I jinxed you here, even though this is already happened. But your farming is good with your auto attacks. But it's the same thing that I was mentioning before. Like, you have so much mana, but you're not using it. It's weird. Use your mana. Good. Why do you walk up that way? You should have at least been prepared to throw your charm at him. Let me backtrack that. Okay, why do you auto attack with no intention on throwing your charm? Because if you don't charm here, it's still 2-second cooldown, Vladimir. Okay, that's weird. Like, just throw your charm, or Q or W, anything. At least consider. Entertain the option that you might hit him with the charm. Like there, when he autos, throw that charm at him. But also your positioning is not correct. You as Ahri need to be more this way. Okay, because you know what Vladimir is going for. Vladimir is going, Vladimir's strategy here, his thinking process, is he's gonna auto this and he's gonna Q that. Okay, So if he's gonna auto this and Q this, you standing here does nothing to change that, because he's not gonna take any, he's not at risk of getting charmed. So instead, if Ahri jogs herself this way, right? Think about this, okay? If you move yourself this way, Vladimir moves up this way, and you can Q this entire wave and him when he comes for this. Okay? But by you standing here, you make it pretty awkward. Okay? Like you're never getting that charm off. Well, this is so messy. You don't get that charm off. You're already pushing into his turret, so your minion's gonna crash into him. But you're not pushing hard enough here, right? So you're like, at this point you want to shove the minion line all the way to his fucking turret, because you want to put maximum pressure on him, make him farm, right? Like make him use his mechanics on last hitting under the turret. And so over here it's like, because you don't do that, right? Or like what are you trying to accomplish here? Like there's no clean shot. Like pressing Q here doesn't accomplish anything. Pressing Q here is very narrow to hit both of them, so maybe you can only hit one of them. But yeah, pressing Q here doesn't accomplish. And for Q over here, I guess that's better. But instead, right? Instead, what you want to be doing is you want to, okay, that's good. Okay, so Vladimir is going to come for this. Walk this way. Not this way, because you know Vlad's already walking down this way, okay? If Vlad's already walking down this way, then you can actually just meet him walking this way. You don't have to walk up like this, but instead just walk up like that. Because if you walk up like this, it gives you a clean shot to charm him without that minion getting in the way. Okay, like here you should have been this way, and then you have a clean shot at charming him. But right now it's a little messy with the hitbox because of where that minion is. Okay, so if you, right, one more time, if you posture yourself this way, Vladimir is not going to run backwards because he wants to get those farm. Instead, Vladimir moves up this way, and then if Ahri is over here, you can fire a Q that hits all 4 minions twice, and maybe Vladimir. But when you hit all 4 minions twice here, now you can really shove the wave in and put maximum pressure on this farming situation, right? Because you're playing against a hyper carry champion, and so if neither players are going to get kills, then the outcome of this lane phase is solely determined by your CS and who scales more, which is Vladimir here. Okay, and if your objective is to deny him CS and make sure that he is what was it? Your objective is to deny him CS and make sure that you gain level advantage and gold advantage by denying him CS. But yet you don't shove the wave when you can. And instead, you let all these minions disperse here. And now you're in a really awkward position with how you want to be shoving your wave. Okay, you're giving this guy too much time here. Look at him. He's just free farming. Under no pressure. He's just chilling. In a way, this is like a, it's not intentional, but yeah, but all right, that's what I'm talking about. That's so good. But that line of play is available to you all lane, but you only took it at that one. That was a really close charm. But yeah, your line of play, that's been available to you all game, but you never capitalized and you never took it. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of weird. And what happens? Like there's so much time has gone by before you actually get a kill. I shouldn't really skip, sorry. Okay, you see all these minions that he's able to farm? And now the next minion line comes? This is the result of you not shoving earlier with that Q. See, look, Vladimir's just under no duress here. Oh, this is good. You walking up like that. Q that, because now the next wave comes. I mean, I guess the next wave was going to come regardless if you Q or not. But in this situation, when Ari is the stronger wave clearer, right? She wave clears better than Vlad. You have to shove this wave to your freaking turret here. There's no reason that you guys should be even in farm. Not when fucking Vlad. Not when you have more items than Vlad. It's just like, and look, you have 2 health pots still. It means you're not using your, if you still have 2 health pots, you're not using your health as a resource. That's unfortunate with the cannon. But you know what? Let's talk about that cannon minion thing. I don't think missing the cannon is unlucky. Because look at what you're posturing. You're moving back and forth, back and forth. What the fuck is Vladimir gonna do? He doesn't have ignite. He only has ult. He has his Q. He has your E. But literally, these champions cannot, like, Vladimir cannot do more damage than you. Okay? He doesn't do more damage than you. So I don't know what the fuck Vladimir is doing here. Because if you engage him, Vladimir takes a huge fucking hit. To the point where Vladimir has to flash away. Maybe Ghost also. Look at your movement after you attack the minion, okay? We're gonna be looking at this minion here. Look at your movement. Why are you scaring left and right, left and right? Look at that. You walk backwards. Your Q is up and you walk. Oh god. Your Q is up. You have full mana and you walk backwards. You see, right? There's something fundamentally wrong with that. Right? When you have full mana and your Q is also up and you never use it, instead after you last hit this, you walk to the left, but you have to be walking to the right and queuing this and that. That's a lot of gold that you lose out on yourself. And then now it's too late. You could have done that there actually. Yeah, see, look, you're just a fraction of a second. And that fraction of a second occurred because you moved left for like half a second, which is a fraction of a second. So I don't want to call it unlucky, or I don't want to call it unfortunate, because you missed that cannon wave because of your weird movements. Okay? You were half a second slow on the cannon wave because you moved half a second to the left. Okay, so that's it's a bad habit. Your movements are it's a bad habit. Your movements, there's no like true purpose with what you're. Look, why are you moving back here? Charm. Sarah, I don't think you're aware of what Vladimir's cooldown is on his W. It's hell, but like, Look, I don't have all these cooldowns memorized, but I know for a fact Vladimir's W cooldown is hell of a lot longer than your charm. Meaning that if you have your charm, what's your charm's cooldown? 12 seconds. So your charm is twice as powerful as Vladimir's pool because you can use it twice as often before his pool comes down from rotation. Meaning that you fire your first Q. Sorry, you fire your first E, your charm, and if he pulls, then you can fire your second charm before his pool. Okay, you can fire your second charm, and then when his pull comes back, you have your third charm ready for him. So between cooldowns, you literally have a free charm between cooldowns. So what you need to be doing in playing this lane is you have to posture yourself in such a position that you threaten to use his that you threaten to charm him. And if Vladimir uses his pool, then in the next 25 seconds of your lane, okay, then in the next 25 seconds of the lane, you have a lot of freedom to do whatever the hell you want. Look at that damage. Nice. Then you just rinse and repeat in 12 seconds. Do you have enough mana? Not exactly. But I don't even know if you can survive that. Okay. So yeah, in general, okay, so here you should be looking for every situation that you could pull him or that you could charm him. Every situation. This is good though, you're preventing him from walking up to his farm. I don't know if you're aware that that's what you're doing. You're not looking for opportunities to charm him. Good. Very, very good. No, that's wrong. At this point, you have to consider... Oh, your mana is 310? Okay, it doesn't matter. God already has a nice mana pool. But you don't have to charm... You don't have to press Q on the minions. You can just auto Vlad. You're not looking to charm the minions here. Okay? I mean, you're not looking to Q the minions here. You're just looking to put maximum pressure on Vladimir. So you should be firing your Q towards Vlad. How did Vlad get in this position? He messed up 2 trades, and you punished him for it. Just 2 trades, and you shoved him out of lane. That's my point. This, like, doing what you did to him was available to you at all stages of the game, level 2, 3, 4, and 5. No, that's wrong. That's incorrect. The old... Oh boy, we need to take another look at this. We need to take another look. Throw your charm. Okay, and he pulls. The Q was wrong. I'll tell you why the Q is wrong here, okay? Because, okay, it's kind of like logical deduction. If you throw your charm, if you hit your charm, he is dead. right? If you hit your charm because he doesn't pull, he's dead, right? Because if you fucking charm him and you hit him with it, then you Q W ignite auto, he's dead. Okay, you're too quick to fire your Q. Okay. So instead, you delay your Q a bit. You see if your charm hits, right, and then you fire your Q. But if your charm does not hit here, okay, let's say you still have Q up. Okay. Let's say you still have Q. Then you ult into him. Okay, that first ult was wrong. Okay, you ult into him. You Q ignite W and he is dead. And if he's not dead, then he's gonna flash away. So you actually missed a kill opportunity there. One more time. Fire your charm, which you do. Do not fire your Q. He pulls. So you should have your Q still up if you don't fire it. Don't ult away from him. Let him come to you. And the moment he comes back up, you W, you Q, you ignite. You don't have mana for a W. No, you do have it. Okay, the moment he comes up, right? So you're not ulting away from him. Instead, you just sit your ass right here outside the turret range. The moment this fucker comes out of his pool, Q ignite W, and if he flashes away, you ult and you kill him, all without using your flash. So if he flashes, you still kill him. If he ghosts, you still kill him. All for the cost of your ult. And you still have flash. Vladimir absolutely butchered that. He should never be engaging here. But you're letting him off the freaking hook here. Because you're ulting away. Okay, I just want to go over that one more time. I really need you to see how you missed the kill opportunity. Okay, so he ults, you charm, and he pulls away, right? Remember, we do not fire your Q here, because if he's going to dodge your charm, he's going to dodge your Q, right? One more time, if he's going to dodge your charm, he's going to dodge your Q. If he gets hit by your charm, then you can fire your Q and he still dies. So the logical deduction is that you always have to wait for your Q, because every other situation says that if you do not wait for your Q, you're wasting your Q here. You're letting him dodge 2 abilities with his pull. Too hasty on that. Okay, right, so once again, you sit your ass right fucking in front of him, assuming that we still have our Q up. Right, you sit your ass on top of his ass. And then if he comes out of his pull, okay, so 724. $726. Okay, so 2 seconds, okay? So let's do some math here. Actually, no, there's no math to be done. He's just dead. Even here, Sarah, he's dead. Because look, if you have W, your W is going to do 86. Your auto is going to do 68. You're going to get 2 autos off. So that's about 140. 86 is plus 140, 220. Plus ult. Plus ult is going to be plus 60, plus some scaling, so it's going to be about plus 80. So 300-ish. Plus ignite. 590. 590. and he's at 260. He goes up to 4 does that say? 480. So even with resistances, he's still dead. So if you ignite him, he has to flash away. And you also get a second ult here, so he dies 100% of the time here, but you're not going for it. You don't recognize that you can kill him as soon as he pulled in. It's just honestly, that's all I want to cover for this one. But you just have to, like, you gotta recognize these situations where these players make these mistakes, and you have to capitalize them on it. But when you're not, when you're not capitalizing on situations like this, you're limiting your own growth, right? And you're not recognizing, when you don't recognize that you have kill opportunities, you put a cap on yourself. You prevent yourself from growing, but also it makes you more dependent on your teammates because you're not being proactive yourself. So you have to rely on that your teammates are going to carry you. And I know that's not what you do, because, like, dude, I've seen your mid game. I've seen how you play outside of lane. You're fucking brilliant. Okay? Cool. So it's like one of those things where, Sarah, you have such a powerful mid game, and you're a strong player in the mid game. When you add a stronger laning phase into that, you're going to snowball almost every game you play. Okay? Anyways, let me know if you have any questions, concerns, if you disagree with anything at what I said, okay? Thanks, Sarah.